Alright, in this video we're going to see the program implementation of the bubble sort algorithm. Now, to save on time, I have already created a structure for me to write the bubble sort algorithm. Right? So I've created a class called bubble sort, and inside of it I have a few methods that I have written from beforehand. That's input. This method is responsible for taking input in the array, and I have a method called display, which when called on an array would display the contents of the array, comma separated. Right now, it is my job to write the bubble sort ascending method to complete the body of the bubble sort ascending method and the bubble sort descending method. So let's get on with it. Now, I've written the logic of or the algorithm that was discussed in the previous video, and we're going to follow that algorithm and complete our program. So the first step that we need to do is store the length of the array ARR in a variable named n. So ARR dot length. Now after that, I need to run a loop that would have the I variable, and it would run from 0 to n minus 2. So I less than equals n minus 2. Now, inside the body of the I loop, the loop having the loop variable I, we're going to have these comments. Okay. Next, we're going to need run a loop that's going to go from 0 to n minus 2 minus I. So in type j equals 0, j less than equal to n minus 2 minus I, j plus plus. Be careful here, you shouldn't put I plus plus here. That's a common mistake that's done by students. In fact, I was about to do the same mistake again, right? So put a brace there and a brace here. I don't know why it's not shifting. Oh, all right. Next, I need to check whether the adjacent element, the left element, is greater than the right element or not. So if ARR J is greater than ARR J plus 1, then I would need to swap the two elements. Okay. So int temp equals ARR J equals ARRG plus 1 and ARRG plus 1 would be 10. And that's it. The code for bubble sort program is complete. Now, as we discussed earlier, that to make a bubble sort algorithm sort an array in descending order, there's just one change that we need to do. That is, we need to change this sign from greater than to less than. And that's exactly what we are going to do for the descending bubble sort. Right? So we're going to change the sign from greater than to less than. And that's it. Our program is complete. Now I've already pre-written our main method. I'm going to go through what I've written in the main method. So I've created an object of the scanner class. I've created an object of this class, which happens to have the name bubble sort. Next, we are taking in the size of the array. We are initializing the array, allocating memory to the array, and then we are taking input in the array. Now, because we are sorting the array, therefore, to show the user that the array has been sorted, we must display the before and the after state of the array. Thus, we display the contents of the array before sorting, and we display the contents of the array after sorting. Now, I'm going to call one of the method at a time and show you that the methods are working. So at the beginning, I'm going to show you that the sorting of array in ascending order. Right, so let's compile this program. No errors. Okay, so let's run this. Now I'm going to run this particular program on these elements. So the size of the first array is 7, and the number of the elements are 38, 41, 18, 50, 68, 22, 34. The contents of the array before sorting is what we just entered as input. The contents of the array after sorting is this: 18, 22, 34, 38, 41, 50, and 60. Let's run the same code over this array as well. So let me rerun the program. Size of the array now is 4 and the elements are 4, 5, 6 and 3. 4, 5, 6 and 3. The contents of the array before sorting is what we entered, and the contents of the array after sorting is 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, let me change the program a little bit so as to sort our array in descending order by calling the bubble sort descending method. Right? Let's compile this. Let's run the program again and run this in first. So 7, 38, 41, 15, 50, 68, 22, 34. Contents of the array before sorting 28, 41, 18, 50, 68, 22, 34, just as we entered. And the contents of the array after sorting is this, where the elements have been sorted in descending order. Let's run the same program again on this array 4, 5, 6, and 3. So size of the array is 4, the elements are 4, 5, 6, and 3. Contents of the array before sorting 4, 5, 6, 3, and the contents of the array after sorting 6, 5, 4, 3. Right? So that was it, the program implementation of bubble sorting. So I hope you understood the bubble sort algorithm and the perks or the problems associated with it. Right? Now, if there was any point or if there was any video which you didn't understand, then I would ask you to rewatch that video a couple of times till that concept is clear. I have been very exhaustive in describing the examples. I've described the first example very exhaustively, which is why the video is about half an hour long, right? So go through these videos. Then the important thing to keep in mind are the range of values. Like I runs from 0 to n minus 2 and j runs from 0 to n minus 2 minus I for every pass number I, right? If you remember these two things, then it would be easier for you to construct a program, all right? So that was it. That was bubble sort algorithm, right? But see you in the next one.